And speaking of the Bloodline, that was the other big development this week. Finally, after months of rumors and reports, we had the arrival of Jacob Fatu, just in time to give this story the shot in the arm that it desperately needed. They worked an angle on the show where Cody Rhodes threw out the challenge to Solo Sikoa at the beginning. Meet me one-on-one tonight. I'll leave my friends behind, you leave yours. And so we had a non-title match in the main event, Cody Rhodes and Solo Sikoa. It barely got going before Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa ran out. Randy Orton and Kevin Owens came out for the assist. And as all three babyfaces had Solo Sikoa cowering in the corner, a smile broke out across Solo's face, and the crowd started to stir, and then standing behind Rhodes, Orton, and Owens is Jacob Fatu. Looking as slim as he has been his entire career. This man went with what I call the WWE diet, is what he went on, and got himself into the best shape of his life. He takes out Owens with a Samoan drop onto the steel steps. He takes out Orton with a spear through the barricade. He takes out Cody with a splash from the top rope through the announce desk. You know, it's one thing to see Logan Paul flying through the air like that, but to see Jacob Fatu doing it, my goodness. In the span of 3 minutes, he destroyed 3 of the top baby faces in the company, including the WWE champion. That's how you debut. That's how you make an impact on night one. And he stands with Solo Sikoa, with the Tongans joining in and looking confused. They were a little hesitant. When you make the Tongans nervous, that says a lot. That gives you a little bit of insight into the kind of character they're going with for Jacob Fatu. This man had the crazy eyes. This man is no follower. He may have to be for now, but he is no follower. It's only a matter of time before he ascends to the top spot. When that WrestleVotes report came out a few months ago about the WWE officials being concerned that Fatu might overshadow Solo Sikoa when he debuts, they had a damn good reason to be concerned. Because he is a better performer than Solo Sikoa in every way. And I don't say that to hate on Solo Sikoa. I don't hate Solo Sikoa. I say it to put over how fucking good Jacob Fatu is. I say it because it's the truth. And if you are not familiar with Jacob Fatu, you are now. After one segment, you are now. This man is going to be a future WWE champion. This man is going to be, if not a WWE champion, a future World Heavyweight champion. He is going to change the game with this Bloodline story. This breathes new life into it in ways that Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa never could. And we had a new wrinkle in the story with Solo Sikoa revealing to Paul Heyman, lying to Paul Heyman, that Roman Reigns is never coming back. I think he's back no later than SummerSlam. And then what? I don't think Solo Sikoa is going to be able to control Jacob Fatu. I think that's where this is headed. I said this on Friday. Solo may have let his ego get the better of him here. He may have added one member too many. And it may lead to Solo being bounced from his own crew eventually. Especially if Hikuleo joins soon, because he's gone from New Japan. He's on his way in. Hikuleo debuts. Why wouldn't he stand with his Tongan brothers? That could be how we get a Bloodline civil war. With Roman Reigns returning, the Usos reuniting, Solo has to crawl back to his brothers to try to tame the monster that he unleashed. That's how we get to an OG Bloodline against a new Bloodline in a War Games match at Survivor Series without having to worry about, well, how is The Rock involved? Is The Rock going to wrestle? It's Survivor Series. Are you kidding me? No, The Rock is not wrestling at Survivor Series. And where does The Rock fit into all of this? Do we eventually learn that he was the one pulling the strings with the new Bloodline? And that could be how we eventually get to Rock against Roman. All this talk about how they may put that off until 42. They keep adding members like this. I mean, shit, you could delay that match another 2 or 3 years. I'm not saying they should, but they could. They're going to do Rock and Cody next year. Then they're not doing Rock and Roman until at least 42. One thing I can tell you, the idea of Cody Rhodes against Jacob Fatu is far more appealing to me than Cody Rhodes against Solo Sikoa. Or Roman Reigns against Solo Sikoa, which has more story behind it. But Roman Reigns against Jacob Fatu, I mean, that is a match that could legitimately headline a WrestleMania. I cannot say that about Roman and Solo. I know there's more history between Roman and Solo, but if you give me the choice of Roman and Solo or Roman and Fatu, I'm picking Fatu 10 times out of 10. Now it all comes down to Roman's return. When that happens, I can only imagine what the reaction in the building is going to be.